Fox propagandist Jeanine Pirro expressed exasperatedly to her co-hosts and her audience that she is tired of seeing, hearing, and talking about Hunter Biden, even though she, they, and her network at large have referenced Hunter Biden literally 393 times this month so far. Intrigued? Then click that like, subscribe, and the alert bell, and enjoy the video. All right, folks, so it's not like we're running out of instances of right-wing hypocrisy, of right-wing whataboutism, and the Hunter Biden situation is basically a nexus point for both these things. Even though he's never held a government position, he's never worked for his father directly in any sort of capacity, he's a private citizen whose father happens to be the President of the United States. That said, Republican officials and their conservative surrogates in mainstream and social media have done everything. They've bent over backwards to make Hunter Biden a staple of American life, a centerpiece. Like, you look everywhere in your home, you've got to see and think about Hunter Biden, even though, again, he's not relevant to government activity and therefore shouldn't matter to most Americans, no matter how troubled he may be. But Republicans and, again, conservatives believe that Hunter Biden can be leveraged to hurt President Biden politically. So why am I referencing this? Because, well, Jeanine Pirro, who is one of the more deranged of the Fox Propaganda Network, and she's a staple on The Five, which we've talked about before. That's a program in which Jessica Tarlov, usually, is the token liberal or token progressive, and she's outnumbered 4-1 by conservatives like Jesse Waters, Greg Gutfeld, Dana Perino, usually. And Dana Perino is no better, in my opinion, even though she's not quite as overtly maniacal as somebody like Pirro or Gutfeld or Waters. Tarlov is usually like Neo in the Matrix, man. She is just like, with facts and alacrity, she's just like fending off these bad faith, coordinated right-wing attacks, even though she's outnumbered 4-1. Now, normally we cover her. She's not on this episode, and as a matter of fact, we're going to cover Jeanine Pirro, because in this clip, she has the audacity to suggest that she is tired of seeing, hearing, and talking about Hunter Biden. So let's play the clip, and then we will unpack it.
If they can pin this on him. And finally, why is Hunter Biden always in our face? Why is this guy at the White House? Why is he on Air Force One? Why is he in Ireland? Why is he at State Department dinners? This guy is either a drug addict or a reformed drug addict. We shouldn't have to deal with him constantly in our face. And if Joe has to always take...
So, that right there is precisely what I'm talking about, okay? Why is Hunter Biden in our face? Because you all won't shut up about him. You won't stop talking about him. I don't want Hunter Biden in our faces. There's no reason for Hunter Biden to be in our faces, but you won't stop talking about Hunter Biden, even though, again, he's not a member of the Biden administration, has never been a member of the Biden administration, will never be a member of the Biden administration, has never been a member of the Obama administration. He's never worked in a government capacity, wielding state power or influence in any respect ever, period. He should deserve as much scrutiny as any other private citizen. But you don't. You actually give conservatives, people like Jeanine Pirro, Jesse Waters, Gutfeld, the Fox Propaganda Network, the Republican Party writ large, they give Hunter Biden additional scrutiny. They give him more scrutiny than a private citizen. They give him more scrutiny as a private citizen, Hunter Biden. They give him more scrutiny, scrutinize him, and look for any excuse to malign him or impugn him or to make him the centerpiece of a media campaign than they do Ivanka and Jared Kushner, Donald Trump's daughter and his son-in-law, who were not only relatives of a sitting president, they were actually official members of the Trump administration as Trump administration White House advisors, with security clearances and influence and salaries and discretion and official assignments, portfolios of responsibility. We used to believe that, again, with great power comes great responsibility. And the idea is that, yes, everybody should comport with the law, including private citizens. But the more power and influence you had, the additional scrutiny and the additional standards you had to meet. But Republicans invert that. They're saying, no. When it comes to Republicans and Trump, then it doesn't matter if they are members of the Trump administration, if they're state actors, if they wield power, if they have power and influence, doesn't matter. We shouldn't scrutinize them more. What we should do is, for the 45th time, investigate Hunter Biden. Jeanine Pirro protests too much. I mean, it's hard to take her seriously. She thinks she's frustrated. Believe me, we're all frustrated. We don't care about Hunter Biden. If Hunter Biden is guilty of crimes, Hunter Biden should be convicted of those crimes. If whichever prosecutor can make a compelling case, and then Hunter Biden should be punished accordingly. I don't care. I'm not in knots. At no point have I ever defended Hunter Biden because I don't care. Hunter Biden literally has no reflection on my vote. That's the difference. these people operate in a cult mentality. They're like, see, if Hunter Biden's, a piece of crap or whatever, if Hunter Biden is morally impugned in any respect, then that should affect your vote. Why? It would affect my vote if Hunter Biden were given a position in Biden's White House, in President Biden's White House. That would be a sign of corruption, right? But the fact that he has a troubled son who's a drug addict, that doesn't matter to me. I mean, I wish him the best. I hope he gets the help that he needs. But it's not an indictment of the Biden White House or the Biden administration or Democrats writ large. It's only an indictment if President Biden foolishly chooses to give a troubled person security clearance and power and influence that they're not qualified for. But that's not what he's done. That's what Donald Trump did. And they don't care about that, and they won't stop talking about Hunter Biden. And the other thing that I want to point out, as Mediaite points out, according to the results of a search of Fox News transcripts in the television database TVIs, Pirro's reference to Hunter Biden was the 393rd such instance in July. And as a reminder, at the time of this recording, we're not even halfway through July. Nearly 400 times in 2 weeks. That's an average of 30 times a day as of the evening of July 13th. Such results dating back to January 1st, 2023 indicate Hunter Biden has been mentioned 3,501 times on Fox News this year. That is a profound indictment of the journalistic credibility of the Fox propaganda network. They are so thirsty to malign President Biden that they'll use anything, even going after his troubled drug addict son, who again is a private citizen who's been investigated multiple times by federal and congressional authorities, multiple times. This man has been scrutinized. He's also pled guilty to 2 misdemeanors. He's currently negotiating a guilty plea for a gun charge, which is very rarely applied, I might add, very rarely used, with a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney. So Hunter Biden has gotten plenty of enough attention. And if you're tired, Judge Jeanine Pirro, Your Honor, if you're tired of talking about Hunter or hearing about Hunter Biden, stop talking about him, please, for the love of God.